Hey, what's up, everybody? BDO44 coming at you another video. All right, so the score was 107-97, and the LA Lakers got the victory against the Houston Rockets in a game that we really appreciated through three quarters. And in the fourth quarter, we brought in our youngsters, and they kind of showed how much work needs to be done there. But other than that, it was a really great game. We went on a nice long run in the second quarter. I think it was like 38-7 or something like that, where we really put ourselves in a position to score in the interior. Got ourselves, I believe, 56 points in the paint. And you just got to appreciate how ultimately everybody came out. You know, D'Lo had 5 steals tonight. AD had 5 blocks to go along with a double-double with high rebounding. Bron James had a fantastic plus-minus. You just really appreciate how the team came out and played to the level that you would expect for them to play when you bring back everybody. You know, we have been missing so many players, obviously, with the injury bug biting us. And we only had one player missing, actually 2 tonight. With Gabe Vincent being out for the time being and Rui Hachimura still dealing with the nose, even though he was available to play tonight, coach did not sub him in. So, you know, I really love what I saw from Max Christie. Had the team high on the plus minus. He had himself a fantastic three-point shooting night as well. Austin Reeves, of course, as we said, had 15 points in the second quarter. Really, you know, came out with 18 points, but ultimately 3 steals on top of that. Really had a good attack. And it was just a good all-around team game. We love having Vando back. He only played for a couple minutes, but had about 4 boards to really settle the team in. And we just had a really good interior basketball game after starting off slow. You know, AD had started off 0-6. I think Austin had started off 0-4. And we just started to slowly but surely work our way into the interior and start laying the ball up, dunking the ball a little more, making plays that would kind of get us a little closer to the basket. And we never looked back after that. Then the 3 ball started to fall a little more, and we just started seeing our team really adjust well to what the Houston Rockets were doing. And of course, we got to mention Ime Udoka and LeBron James getting into it. And of course, Ime Udoka got the worst of that by the referees, was right there and kicked him out of the game in that moment. And so you just got to love how the Lakers came out. You know what I mean? I don't know if you love that if you're the Houston Rockets, but we met their energy. You know, that's what it really came down to. We've played this team 3 times now, and we understand that if you're going to go up against a team like this, you got to be ready to take it to them in the fast break. I believe we had like 21 points off of their turnovers or something of that nature. You just love the fact the Lakers were able to steal the ball, get in transition, block shots, rebound the ball a bit better, and ultimately just had a better balanced attack, as our coach said that he wants to see when our team comes back around to being healthy. So this was a fantastic win for the LA Lakers. You know, we continue our home success. I think we're 8-2 at home right now. The Rockets go on to be 0-7, 0-8 actually on the road. You know what I mean? And it's just one of those games where you really appreciate that the Houston Rockets couldn't get it together. Alperen Sengun attempted 25 shots, did not find himself being very efficient, though. And it wasn't really a balanced attack coming from Ime Udoka's side of things. You know, I thought we were the victors there in terms of our coaching. I think Darvin Ham is safe to say that he won the coaching battle tonight. So that's a big deal given the fact that we've been very critical of Darvin. So, you know, I mean, this was just an exciting basketball game. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I had a great time watching this one. Through 3 quarters. That fourth quarter, you know, Jalen Hood-Schifino and those guys didn't really have their greatest. It looked like they were about to give the game back. We had a nice little lead and ended up only winning by 10. And I think a lot of that was accredited to just that third unit coming in not really being very good, but everything else is fantastic. I mean, you got to give credit to LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And the one thing that I liked about what I saw in the stat sheet was that Anthony Davis took the most shots of anybody on the team. You know, we've always been talking about how, you know, we need AD to step forward and be the better, the number one guy, the A1 guy. But rarely did you see consistency with him taking more shots than others. Tonight, I thought the pecking order was clear, and I think that that's a real method of success for the Lakers. If they just go forward and let Anthony Davis take more shots and be in a position to help our team offensively a bit more than he's been able to show here and there. So I thought that was a really good game for Anthony Davis on both sides of the floor. I liked his hustle, blocking shots, putting himself in position to rebound the ball, just getting up and down the court really well and putting himself in a position to shake off that bad start. You know, Max Christie also said This is one of the best Max Christie games I've seen. His defense and his rebounding. He walked away with, I believe, 7 rebounds, all of which were, shutting down second chance points for the other team. And these are the type of things we wanted to see Max do. He did a lot of that last year with the minutes he was given. Showed us that he's an intentional rebounding presence. And tonight, I thought he really, really shined in that way. So I just love what I saw from guys individually and collectively. When you see the defensive stats of a guy like D'Angelo Russell getting steals left and right, LeBron James also putting himself in a position to get out in the passing lanes and do good things. Anthony Davis with the 5 blocks, all very intentional. Austin Reeves getting the 3 steals. I mean, you just love what you saw from the defensive end, and you could see where our team benefited from having our defensive wings come back into the game. They assisted with others being better defensively. A guy like Cam Reddish was able to really show what he could do, stepping back on the court and making major impacts out there, both on the court and getting in the minds of a guy like Terry Eason. He bumped him once, and that kind of tumbled forward to everything that we ultimately saw with Coach Udoka getting kicked out of the game. So we got a little chippy there. I'd imagine that 4th matchup with the Houston Rockets coming up later on is going to be chippy as well, because these two teams have seen each other in a flurry of 3 games, and both teams have suffered some serious losses in this series. The Lakers got blown out in the first matchup. We won the second one by 1, and then here we get a nice 10-point victory against them. So I already know that this is a mini rivalry setting up, and we just love that. I think we did a good job on Jalen Green. He walked out of here with only 10 points. Last time he was able to kill us without our wings out there to defend him. We did a much better job on him tonight. And so we saw lineups tonight that really excited me. It was a lineup with Austin Reeves, Cam Reddish, Vando, I believe it was Anthony Davis, and I don't remember who that 5th player was. It might have been D'Angelo Russell. I'm not sure who it was, but we saw a lineup where we saw our best defensive players on the floor at the same time, and you can see that dynamic really helped us getting out, and getting stops in ways that we ultimately could benefit from in transition. So I wish I remember what that lineup was, but I know Vando and Cam Reddish were both a part of it, along with Anthony Davis. And when you have those 3 players on the floor at the same time, Austin Reeves was also part of that lineup. I just don't remember who that 5th person was. But when you see that lineup on the floor, you understand that you're going to be able to do things on both sides of the floor that can help you. And I just think that, that's really what the story was. When you see Vando and Cam come back, you just understand that it not only provides you the type of defensive help that you need and just overall intensity and energy, but it also gives coach more options. It gives guys more in-game rest to come in fresher, and it just really helped our team overall to just have everybody back. So that's really what I saw. It's just the luxury of finally being able to put your full team on the floor, see what they look like for the first time all season, and we like what we saw. It's one of those situations where we really had a pretty good game just about from everybody, and I just thought that we shined defensively more than anything else, man. Guys really shined and put us in a position to hold that Houston Rockets team that scores quite a bit a lot of the time under 100 points. So, shout out to the LA Lakers for putting together a real good game plan tonight. Glad everybody's back. Welcome back Vando, Rui, Cam, Jackson Hayes, all of which contributed, except for Rui, of course, who didn't play. But everybody who was on the floor contributed to the success tonight. For the most part, except for that 3rd unit that just needs more reps, man. They need to work. But it is what it is, man. I really, really like what's going on with Max Christie, how we're developing him and how he's coming along this season with the minutes given. He's just getting better and better. As Stu Lance mentioned, he's becoming more of a reliable 3-point shooter. His percentage is going up, and I thought he really did us a big favor tonight just with his overall play. And it showed in him having the highest plus minus of anybody on the team. So, big kudos to Max Christie. And if I'm going to give the game ball to anybody, it'd have to be Anthony Davis, man. Even though a lot of guys did fantastic things, I just thought Anthony Davis was overall superstar tonight with the 5 blocks and the high rebounds, high scoring. And just his overall intensity and effort going up against guys like Sengun. I thought he was fantastic. And LeBron James really brought it tonight as well. You know what I mean? Just ultimately giving us the consistency that we need from the star. That 360 layup that he had is going to be one for the ages that we're going to remember for a long time. Man's 38 years old, about to be 39 in a few days. still doing plays and making things happen for his basketball team, will be undoubtedly an all-star this season. And so this is what we were hoping our team would look like when our GM put together this roster with all these wings on it, made trades last year, picked up some guys this year, brought some guys back. This is what we were hoping we would see. A team that could defend, do multiple things defensively, and ultimately turn that into offense. A pretty solid shooting team, but mostly an interior scoring basketball squad. And that's what we got, man. A team that can really do some things. Now we need to put it together. Everybody's healthy, no excuses. We got a big game coming up on Tuesday, a knockout round, Phoenix Suns, LA Lakers here in LA. It's going to be a big one, man. I know that there's a lot of things riding on how these games are played, point differential and things of that nature. I don't know if they still matter now that this is a knockout round. I'm not sure how the rules will change based on the in-season tournament, but you best believe it's going to be an atmosphere to remember coming up in a few days. So, we're excited. We're very excited about these LA Lakers, man. There's no question about the overall relief of having everybody come back, man. And, you got to keep an eye open for LeBron James, who had I ain't going to say elbow injury, but he hit his funny bone pretty hard as he was falling on the play. So we'll have to keep our eyes open. But with a couple of days off for rest, I'm pretty sure he'll be ready for Tuesday. It's an in-season tournament game. He ain't going to miss that. I don't think any of these guys are. So this is right on time for us. Phoenix has been playing better ball. I don't think Bradley Beal will be back for that matchup. But Phoenix is definitely a much better team than they've been. They just lost a very close game against the Denver Nuggets, I believe, tonight or last night. I'm not sure when that happened. But they're going to be coming in for blood. We've beat them twice this season. And we still have to see them 3 more times. That's basically what this comes down to. So these are teams that we're seeing a lot. The Rockets, the Suns, the Lakers are seeing these teams a lot. And I would imagine it's going to be chippy against the Suns, just like it was against the Rockets tonight. So, yeah, man, that's what it is. LA Lakers are doing fantastic things with the minutes given now that we have our full team back. We complained about the game against the Thunder not being inspiring. We're concerned about ultimately what we're seeing from guys. Austin Reeves, we were complaining that he needs to play better. All of those things were handled properly tonight against a very good Houston Rockets team, albeit a challenged Houston Rockets team given the fact they've been struggling a little bit lately. But against us, they're playing much better basketball. And nevertheless, we were able to take care of them tonight. So, it's one of those situations where you're proud of your team, man. As I said, they were uninspiring in the last one. I thought they were very inspiring in this one. And a lot had to do with Cam Reddish return, Austin Reeves finding the interior, dunking the ball, and then continuing to work his plays that way. D'Lo finding ways of being defensive tonight, making plays for others. Anthony Davis and his overall effort, continued high-level play. Bron James, same thing. You just want to continue to see this now from a consistent standpoint because the sky can truly be the limit for this basketball team if they just find a way to find consistency within themselves. So that's really what I'm saying, man. I'm excited. I'm very happy this evening. LA Lakers have made me a happy Laker fan. I'm pretty sure LA is jumping around. We love beating Dylan Brooks. He tried to get chippy with Bron a little bit, but, it was what it was. He's never going to win any battles against the King. We know that. And in my opinion, it's pretty beneath the King to be even engaging in anything with that dude. Honestly, he's just trying to be Raja Bell to your Kobe Bron. That's all that is. He ain't worth the time, bro. But nevertheless, we found ourselves in a situation where we can get another one up on him. And we feel really good about that, I think at the end of the day, if you want to say something positive about the Houston Rockets, I thought the defensive play of a guy by the name of Jabari Smith was pretty interesting. I think he walked out of there with like 3 blocks, 2 steals. A guy by the name of Aaron Holiday walked out of there with 4 out of 5 from the field. So they had some things that they did good on their end, but for the most part, they just were no match for my LA Lakers, man. They just were no match tonight. When we have our full team, we clear them, especially when they are missing guys and not using the rookies that they drafted to the betterment of their ability. Giving a guy like Cam Whitmore 3 minutes, you're not going to get too far that way, coach. I'm trying to tell you, they better play that dude. And, of course, Amen Thompson is still out with God knows what injury that's kept him out pretty much all season. So they're still down some players. We know that. But ultimately, we were able to take advantage of them tonight. And I think it's just simply because we got our wings back. At the end of the day, we got our wings back. So now we're able to fly, man. So that's what I got to say about my Lakers, man. I'm very happy about this win. Excited about how we're going to play in this in-season tournament knockout round. And looking forward to seeing that floor and those jerseys again. You know, I'm a fan of that for our team, nobody else's, but I think ours look good, man. So, you know, that's pretty much where my head is, man. Just relieved that we were able to bounce back from that horrible road trip. Although we went, what was it, 2-2? We did go 2-2, beating Cleveland and Detroit, and ultimately getting blown out by the Thunder and, of course, the Philadelphia 76ers by 44 points. So that was not how we wanted our road trip to go. But coming back home, we continued our winning ways, and that's exactly what we wanted to see. So shout out to the LA Lakers, man. Good win. We're not out of the woods yet. We still got to get Gabe Vincent back. Still got to remain healthy for the time being. But if we're winning games like this, I think we can go pretty far in making ourselves one of the better teams in the Western Conference. So we're up 2-1 in the series against the Rockets with another game to play against them. And hopefully we can seal the deal and have that home court advantage against them if for some reason it comes to that. So that's pretty much where my head is, man. Great win, LA. BDO 44. I thank you all for watching. Wow.